Hello, welcome to Math with Mr. Dobrescu to the rescue. Our lesson today will focus on describing relationships between two quantities. So in this case, we have the time, time, and then we also have the speed. And take a look at this graph here. We have this graph, and then we have a line that goes up a little bit, and then the line goes steeper up and then goes down all the way. How can we describe that pattern for these lines? So as we see in this graph, the graph gradually increases in speed, right? So the first line here, from here to here, we can say gradually increasing in speed, right? So we can say gradually increasing in speed. Gradually increasing in speed, right? From here to here. So this area, let's draw a little line. Gradually increasing in speed. Then go down the hill. So from here to here, the speed, as you see, it goes like faster, right? Then go down the hill. Okay, so this would be right here. Then go down the hill. And finally, then quickly comes to a stop at an intersection. Quickly come to a stop at an intersection, and this would be right here. Okay? I have a real life example I want to share with you about this. When I was in 8th grade, many years ago, probably more than 30 years ago, my brother Gino and I rode a bicycle. So we had a bicycle that had big handles, right, and a big seat. In Europe, we used to have those bicycles many years in the past. And then what happened, we were riding the bike, and I was the older child, the older brother, and then I was, having my brother Gino in the back of my bicycle. So we were riding, we were increasing our speed, having really good time, enjoying, singing, and so forth. And then all of a sudden, we started going down a hill, like really fast. And, I tried to show off a little bit to other kids there in the neighborhood, and I was kind of going really fast, pedaling really fast, and brother Gino having fun in the back of me there on the bicycle. But then all of a sudden, the handles went down because it got loose. And guess what happened? I was not able to hit the brakes right before we came to an intersection. We got very lucky because we could have lost our lives. At the intersection, there were cars going on the busy road all the time, and I couldn't hit the brakes. And guess what happened? After the road, there was a house with a big metal fence in front of the house, and we hit that metal fence in full force. We got lucky because, again, we could have lost our lives. I got a little bruise right here. I'm not sure if you can see it, but my brother Gino has a really big scar on his forehead. So if you see my brother Gino, you can ask him about that scar, and he will tell you the story if he remembers. He was rushed to the hospital, sadly, but fortunately, he did not have a big problem, and the doctor was able to, take care of that. But he got a mark for the rest of his life, and now he will remember that all the time when he rides a bike, safety first. So if you ride your bike or your bicycle or a motorcycle, you got to be very careful, and again, put safety first. Let's look at the second example here. We have the height above the ground, and then the other quantity, we have the time. So we can say this line from here to here, we can say an airplane lands at an airport. So an airplane lands at an airport. Okay? So that's what it is. The airplane lands at the airport, comes down there. From here to here, then it has a short layover, right? The short layover, it's this one right here. The airplane has a short layover, and then it takes off again, right? So the airplane takes off again into the air. So that's the last line. It is very important for us to be able to identify and to be able to interpret graphs when we just have quantities. Instead of having the x and the y coordinates, we just have quantities: time, heights above the ground, time, and speed. Okay, let's look at two more examples here. Here we have the price and the TV size. Okay, and then we have to interpret this line. It's a little bit curvy here. What's happening here? So the price increases at an increasing rate. So as you see, the price slowly increases. The price increases, but is at an increasing rate, right? Because it's constantly increasing. It increases at an increasing rate. Not at a constant rate, at an increasing rate. So because of that reason, so the graph is non-linear. Because it's not constant, it's at an increasing rate. And then it becomes steeper as the TV size increases, right? So the price is gonna be more expensive as the TV size increases, right? Now we have TVs that are 65 in diameter and even 80 in diameter, so big TVs, okay? But again, the price becomes steeper and steeper as the TV size increases. The bigger, the more price. It only makes sense. Let's take a look at the last one here. We have the ounces and the time. Okay, what happened here with the ounces and time? So the ounces increases, but here we have to be very, very careful as we interpret this. It increases, of course, right? Increases, but at what kind of rate? So eventually you see that increases at a decreasing rate. It can be a little confusing here, right? It's a decreasing rate. So the ounces increase, but at a decreasing rate. Okay? I hope you guys had some fun watching and interpreting this graph when we have graphs, when we have just the two quantities. Okay? Here we have the ounces time, price and TV size. And again here, we have speed and time and height above the ground and time. And please remember again, when you ride your bike, safety first. We have many students in 8th grade that are doing all kinds of tricks on their bikes. But remember, we got to put safety first. And always remember my story, Mr. Dobrescu's story, when we almost lost our lives, but we got lucky. Okay, we got lucky, and now we are always putting safety first. Thank you all so much for watching. And again, I appreciate all your likes and subscription. And please make sure you share this video with your family and friends. And stay tuned for the next video. All the best to you.